New member orientation. We're so thankful you can join us. My name is Jennifer Gerlach. I'm the Vice President of Marketing and Communications. And this is the staff of the Chamber. We'll all be sort of introducing ourselves when we go through the presentation. But it'll be largely myself and Rick Weldon kind of walking you through some of the pieces and parts of your new membership to the Chamber. So just a quick overview so you know what to expect. Here's our agenda for today. We're going to ask everyone to drop their business card info. We're going to do a little follow-up event after this to have everybody get to know one another and be looking for that information very shortly. We're going to talk about our staff and board. We'll go over our mission, vision, and core values. We'll talk about your membership and our membership, strategic priorities. We're going to go over in depth some of these resources, benefits, and opportunities, and our information channels. But first, we wanted to introduce ourselves because we're all behind digital screens these days. So we're each going to take a turn and tell you a little bit about, what we do and, how you might interact with us. So, Rick?
Good morning. My name is Rick Weldon. I'm the President and CEO of the Frederick County Chamber and have been that for about 2 years. I have about 7 years experience here at the Chamber, and I view it as my mission to help you grow your business. That's why I'm here, and that's what I do, and I'm really looking forward to working with all of you.
I'm Kimberly Levine, and I'm the CFO here at the Chamber, and I've been with the Chamber for about 13 years. And our interactions are mostly going to center around your invoicing and payment questions, but please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any general membership or event questions, and I'm happy to help. Welcome to the Chamber.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Walsh. I'm our Member Services Coordinator at the Chamber. I started here back in October, but I was also an intern for a decently long time, on and off, when I was still in college. So as Member Services Coordinator, I'm here to help you with any questions you might have with registering for events, or if you have questions about who to get in contact with at the Chamber, I'm here to help you with that. Really feel free to reach out to me about anything. I'm happy to help you. If you're having problems logging into your web portal, I can help you out with that. And I also do a lot of our Zoom events, so you'll often hear me if you attend our online events saying hi or see me in the corner. So yeah.
So like I said, I'm Jen. I'm the Vice President of Marketing and Communications. You might interact with me also on programs because I do work with the team and try to put all of our programs together. If you have ideas for educational events and things like that, you're probably going to come and interact with me. I'm also working with our communications team to try to make sure that anything that you need or any ways that we can help promote you, we're working on that. And I'm sure we'll come into contact some other ways, but that's kind of where we'll interact. Amanda, is your sound off? Her sound might be off.
Can you hear me?
Go. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm calling in from my phone. I don't know why it wasn't working on the phone, but anyway, hi. My name is Amanda Rodriguez, and I am the Digital Marketing Specialist for the Chamber, which basically means I do the social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all that stuff, and it writes the newsletter and the blog. So I also do a lot of member visits, so some of you can expect to get an email from me soon asking if you'd like us to stop by and feature you on our social media and sort of get to know what you do. So that's where you will interact with me most.
Perfect. Okay, Rick.
So we are led by a 24-member board of directors, all volunteers representing every sector of our membership, from a sole proprietor bookkeeper up to the vice president of ambulatory affairs for the Frederick Regional Health System. Our board chair this year is Dr. Andrea Chapdelaine, the president of Hood College, and we're honored to have Dr. Chapdelaine as our board chair. I think everybody who joins a Chamber of Commerce, no matter what you do, no matter the size of your business, Your aspiration should be to serve on our 24-member board of directors. That is the pinnacle. That means that you have completely understood why you made the investment in a chamber, and that you're having the influence on the community that you wish to have, which directly ties back to your business. Every member of our board of directors sees a benefit to their business by having broad influence in our community. So every one of you guys that have just joined, I want your aspiration to be to join the board. And if you have that aspiration, and you should email me so that we can put you on a track to have you serve on our board of directors. So in addition to our board, when you make the investment to join our chamber, we don't just leave it to fate for you to figure out how to get the maximum value for your investment. We are fortunate to have 14 volunteers, mostly long-term chamber members, who have navigated this path before you. They understand how to take advantage of the power of this membership, because there really are just 5 of us here at the staff. So we can't reach 916 member organizations the way we wish we could on a daily basis. So we're blessed to have these amazing 14 leaders, and I'm thrilled to introduce to you today one of my favorite ambassadors, and that's Kate Casado, owner of Minuteman Press. Kate?
Thanks, Rick. I am Kate. As Rick mentioned, I own Minuteman Press. Oh no, did my computer just go out?
No, you're good.
Oh, can you guys see me? Because I can't see anybody. Okay,
Yep, we got you.
I'm just gonna keep talking. All right. As Rick mentioned, I own Minuteman Press on 7th Street, and I am the chamber ambassador. I joined the chamber a few years ago, and it has absolutely been a huge benefit to the growth of my business. The chamber provides a number of ways to connect with people, whether it's workshops or lunches, coffee, and contacts, and business card exchanges. Although all those things are a little bit on hold right now, the chamber staff is working and making things happen virtually, and they are connecting us. And my advice to you is to take advantage of everything that the chamber has to offer. Attend events, join committees once you feel comfortable enough, ask questions and volunteer to help out with stuff. Another way to take advantage of the chamber is by joining Leadership Frederick. So Leadership Frederick, I'm not sure if Jen's gonna get into that today or not. If she doesn't, there's a bunch of information online about it, but you basically spend 9 months, 1 day a month with a cohort of 40 to 50 people, and there's an opening retreat and a closing retreat, and you bond with these people more than you could imagine, and more than you will probably with anybody else in the area, just because it's such a unique experience. And you'll also gain lifelong happy hour and brunch buddies from it. So I actually have brunch this week with some of my LFC class. But there are just so many ways the chamber can connect you with other businesses and get you, in the know as far as Frederick goes. In addition to the wonderful chamber staff, there are ambassadors, as Rick mentioned. So please take advantage of that. Call us, email us. You'll be assigned an ambassador, but even if you have an ambassador that you like, if you want to touch base with another ambassador, we're always available to meet up and have coffee and chat and figure out ways to connect you to other business owners and other opportunities in the community. So don't hesitate to reach out.
Thank you, Kate. That was great. Thanks a lot. So let's talk a little bit about this investment that you've made and why it matters. Back in 1912, the President of the United States was President Taft. He decided that it was important, as these organizations called chambers of commerce were beginning to pop up across the country, that they be held to a set of standards. And so he created a chartering entity that would grant a charter to a chamber of commerce in a local community or in a county or in a state, and required that chambers all apply, go through an application process to be certified. The #1 charter was issued to the Frederick County Chamber of Commerce. We are U.S. Chamber Charter #1 holder, and we're really proud of that. So you'll hear me say that a lot. And when you're finally able to come visit us again, and I don't know when that's going to be, hopefully sooner than later, but when you come to our office, you'll see as you enter a glass etching of U.S. Chamber Charter #1 hanging on our wall just outside of our office. Our mission and everything that we do is geared toward creating value for you, your business, and all of our members. Our vision, it's big and it's bold. It's to create a culture of innovation and collaboration for Frederick County. And you'll see as we talk more about this that everything that we do is driven by that mission to create innovation and collaboration. Let me talk to you about our core values. So our core values were created 2 years ago. We went through a major rebrand. We were concerned that we felt our branding, which was really essentially taking business A and putting business A with business B, what we call business to business connection, was really our strength. But that's not what our members, the folks who had joined the chamber before you did, that's not what they were telling us. They were telling us that they looked to us to be the most credible influencer of public opinion in Frederick County. And heaven knows we need thoughtful, logical voices establishing what matters in terms of the priorities for our whole community. So that's the effort that we went through that produced the core values that you saw. We do a ton, and we're going to try and not overdo this, but we're going to try and share with you as much as we can, and we're going to count on you connecting with an ambassador that will make the connection. And I can't stress enough that when we connect you with an ambassador and the ambassador reaches out, please take that call or please reply to that email. It could be the most important decision that you make, second to the decision to make the investment to join our chamber. Our ambassadors, Kate and the team, will work diligently for their first couple months of your membership to better connect you with what this membership means and how it can directly help you grow your business. We'll talk about advocacy. We'll talk about strategic decision-making. We'll talk about influence and legislative issues in the slides ahead. So let's kind of dive into that a little bit. So who are we? This slide tells you that we are 896 members. I'm proud to tell you that I got on our membership system this morning and we are 916 member organizations strong. And that's for-profit entities, businesses, nonprofit organizations, and our government partners, the city government, the county government, the public school system are all paid members of this chamber. But 90% of our members are small businesses. The Federal Department of Labor definition is if you employ fewer than 50, you are a small business. So when I tell you 90% of our 916 members are small businesses, I don't think that really tells a story completely. Because of that 90% that employ fewer than 50, probably 80% employ fewer than 10, the smallest of the small businesses. That is who this chamber is. 10% of our members obviously are employ more than 50, and some employ thousands of employees. But it's the small business member that is the core and the muscle behind this Chamber of Commerce. So what can we do for you? And again, that's going to take up the rest of this presentation. But let me talk about COVID-19, because this is a slide that felt like that was the most important point that I could make when I talk to you about what we can do for you, both individually and as a full membership. COVID-19 has affected everything that we do, our business lives, our personal lives, our family lives, everything. And like you, we here at the Chamber have had to pivot as an organization, and we've had to reprioritize our efforts. Our staff chart at the last new member orientation we had back in, I think it was February, we had 8 members of our team, and we're now a tough, scrappy 5, because we were also affected by the same economic forces that have affected all of you. But the 5 of us have literally helped hundreds of the members of this chamber access federal, state, and local grant, low interest loan, and grant conversion programs over the last several months. We've worked to create and share safe opening plans for over 700 of our members, with a task force focused on business success in dealing with the psychology of this pandemic, right? You can open, but that doesn't mean your customers are going to come back, because if they're afraid or if they're uncertain, they're going to be hesitant. So we've helped develop these safe opening plans and share them. And I'll give you an example of why this matters. Our member, a former board chair and current executive committee chair, Jason Lee, owns a really successful commercial cleaning company, Lee Building Maintenance. Jason developed a safe opening plan for his business and then shared it with his competitors so that they could follow the steps that he took. That's what a chamber member does. It isn't just the selfish individual self-interest. It's the fact that we are a family and we work together as a family to ensure our common success. We work closely with our state, federal, and county partners, government partners, on understanding how all of this connects and all of it works both for our membership, but for the larger community. I want to talk about this idea of advocacy, because this is maybe the hidden gem of your investment decision. And it's a simple old adage. It sounds trite and contrived, but it's the power of your membership. When you speak, particularly to your government, you're speaking with your voice and maybe the voice of your company, your employees. When we speak on your behalf, we're speaking on behalf of 916 member organizations that represent 40,000 full-time equivalent employees. I talk regularly, if not monthly, if not weekly, monthly, with our federal congressional delegation, Senator Cardin and Senator Van Hollen, our congressmen, Congressman Trone and Congressman Raskin, our legislative delegation to Annapolis, our county executive, the mayors of our 12 towns and cities on your behalf. And it isn't my charming wit and personality that gets me that access. It's you. It's the power of 916 organizations speaking in one voice. And they listen. And we've seen policy change because of a suggestion that came from one of our smallest members. So I can't overemphasize enough. You've made the investment decision. We're going to help you magnify the power of that investment by combining your voice with all of the other voices that this chamber represents. And then Kate was eloquent in her advocacy for leadership Frederick County. Let me just tell you that there's a lot that we do, and you're going to hear that, to benefit you as a member, and to then largely benefit our community as a whole as a representative for all of our member businesses. But we go a lot farther than just the specific things we'll talk about to help you grow your business. We grow leaders, and we just don't grow leaders. We grow transformational leaders that are committed to the best interests of this community. As Kate said, every year we put a cohort together of 40 couple aspiring leaders. We put them through a 9-month experiential learning program on how to understand how this community really works, the hidden connections, the power of advocacy, and just in general, learning about how to be a more effective leader. In the 32 years this program has operated, we have well over 1,000 transformational leaders working in every sector across the board to feed hungry people, to clothe and house people who are chronically homeless, to deal with complex issues like racial equity or chronic homelessness. And this happens in our community because of leadership Frederick County. Our next cohort will form in early 2021. If it's something you have a question about, please reach out to me or please reach out to Jen and let us talk to you about how this program, in addition to helping you further network your business, will help you achieve your hopes, your dreams, and in so doing, make Frederick County a better place for all of us and a place we're proud to call home.
Okay, so I think I'm going to take some of the rest of this section. I'm going to walk you through some of the benefits and how to promote your business, how to get a little bit more involved. I'll exit the slideshow at one point and then take you through our website too. So just a little bit of information. So we have a lot of resources for you. You'll notice that on the slide, there are some that have an asterisk. And what that means is we're just waiting for restrictions to be lifted due to COVID-19. So just bear with us. Those things will come back as soon. You'll know when we know. So they're a temporary pause right now. But right now we have quite a few things that you can take advantage of. We have media relations. We have a service called PR Frederick because we're in partnership with a lot of different organizations, as Rick mentioned. PR Frederick is it's a press release distribution service. This service is something when I was back in PR in an agency, we paid thousands for. You get access to it completely for free. So if you're expanding or if you're doing an initiative or something and you wanted to send a press release, well, absolutely, please send it to your local, to our local media. But also this PR Frederick allows you to go larger and way more regionally. And it hits, I want to say like over 50,000 journalists and bloggers in the region. And I could be wrong about that. It could be a lot larger. So that's something that you get for free as part of your membership. Those of you that qualify, you have to be a certain size, get a Maryland Chamber of Commerce Federation membership completely free. We do offer mailing labels. So, right now we're all behind our screens, but sometimes this is the perfect, actually right now is kind of the perfect time to do some more traditional marketing. So that is something that's not a free service, but it's something that we do provide if you wanted chamber mailing labels and you were looking to do some marketing outreach in that respect. We definitely offer that. There is a discount on Mount St. Mary's University tuition. You get a 20% discount just by being a chamber member. So if you or anyone else that is in your staff would like to go on to get a degree of some sort, the Mount St. Mary's has a campus in Frederick and you get a 20% discount. That's absolutely huge. We have CQI and Secure Energy Solutions. These are organizations that help you save money on your energy. And they both have two very different but distinct programs that you can take advantage of. We're happy to help and we're happy to kind of advise you on how to get with the appropriate person on that. There is something, business marketing pitch video services. The Office of Economic Development works with our chamber members to offer this. They have a new space that they're getting ready to open up upstairs. This is a free marketing video or pitch video. Like if you're trying to raise money for something, if you're looking, I've seen people use it in order to raise investor funds. I've seen people use it to raise awareness. It's a great service and it's completely free. We have meeting spaces. So we have a boardroom that you can rent. It's a larger boardroom. You can hold trainings and such in there. We also have a small conference room that a lot of our members take advantage of. They come in, they hold meetings. They, sometimes they just need it for a slice of time while they're in town in order to get some work done. There's a lot of different ways you can use it. That is a free benefit. And then of course we have ribbon cuttings where we go out and we help you cut the ribbon on your new business or expansion or whatever that might be. And that's something that we really love to do. And usually that we work with you to try to raise awareness so that people come. And this is why obviously the restrictions are limited right now, but people come and they help you celebrate. So that's something that we do all the time. We have a lot of opportunities for promotion, a lot of ways that you, especially now, can get your message out there and to have your business be noticed. So you can send us business news for inclusion in the newsletter or the website. We have events. Sometimes you have virtual, may say you're having a training or something like that. We have an entire calendar that I'll show you in a little bit that houses some of our member events. When you promote your events with us, it gets replicated. Amanda usually replicates that in various places on our social media, sort of gives you an extra bang for your buck. We have a resource called Shop Local Frederick, which I will talk about in a minute, where you can get all of your information out in Shop Local Frederick as well. We have a place where you can write a thought leadership article. If you're an expert in something as a chamber member and you can provide information to fellow chamber members, we have a place for you to do that as well. Educational seminars, something like this, except perhaps on a specific topic, something that again, you're an expert on. PR Frederick, we talked about that a little bit ago, to distribute your news. We do still have events that people are sponsoring. They are virtual right now, but for example, we have a big event coming up very shortly, and we anticipate these things moving forward. So if you are looking to sponsor and get the word out and touch some of your fellow chamber members, that's definitely one way you can consider. We do have Partners in Trust. Our Partners in Trust is a separate program that you would talk with Rick about, and there are lots of benefits, lots of ways that you're recognized as a partner in trust. Again, the video services, and then networking at chamber events when they come back. When they come back in person, we do have some networking opportunities that are virtual, but when they come back in person, that's a great way to get your message out there. So Shop Local Frederick, I did want to touch on this. This is something that Amanda administers. It's a project that that we have right now, and it's on Facebook, and that is the URL. Shop Local Frederick, honestly, is a place where businesses connect. It's a place where you can promote specials or things you're doing. So for example, if you were a bakery and you had some amazing cakes and something going on, that's something that we would post to let the community be aware of at large. That is not just a chamber thing. We have a very large, that's not just reaching chamber members, it's reaching the community at large. That's why it's on Facebook. But Amanda is the person that will help you share that message. And there's a specific way to do that. You just go to the page and it'll tell you. You just submit your information and then she schedules that out. Making connections, Kate alluded to this. We are very good at helping people make connections. Obviously, we're making connections differently right now, but as soon as we get back into the swing of things, we're very well known for our all of our business card exchanges, our coffee and contacts. We have really large scale events. They're very effective. We do also host some of these online as well, but you'll start to see, once we can all meet again in person, you'll start to see the power of these connections. However, we are offering lots of virtual programming and things like that as well. So I would tell you not to discount that, to take advantage of that, because it's a special kind of connection. And we do a lot of these things where we do breakout rooms, and so you're in a smaller crew. We do have some signature events: She Week, Public Safety Awards, Touching Lives, other specialty programming. So these things are our signature events. They're usually on a larger scale. They take a couple of months for us to plan, and they do make quite an impact. All right, so this is where we're going to talk a little bit about the website and the digital channels. Let me just kind of go over it real quick, and then we'll get into the actual website. So one thing to know is that we do newsletters every week. So if you have not yet been added to our newsletter distribution, I'm going to show you where you can do that, but you can also always reach out to me and I can actually manually add you into that. But here's loosely how this works out. Every Tuesday morning, like this morning around 6:15, you'll get a newsletter for the week. We did it on Tuesday morning because we felt like on Mondays people were a little bit overwhelmed by the weekend emails. So Tuesday morning, you're going to get this. The first newsletter of the month is member focused. That means all the things, all the news and events and things like that that you're submitting to us. Oops, excuse me. My light goes off. It doesn't recognize me as a human and it goes off. So the first newsletter of the month is member focused. So it features all your company news and events. So it's going to look a little bit different than all the rest of the month's information. The follow-up newsletters like today's, it's a little bit more chamber focused in that we're doing what seminars we have coming up, any thought leadership articles, important information that you need to know, things like that. So it's just going to look a little bit different. Member focused is going to definitely be businesses and what they're doing and things like that. So you'll notice a difference. I believe next week is, if I'm correct, next week is our member focused email newsletter. So it just gives you an understanding, because otherwise you would be confused as to why one looks different. So if you've got some news, it's going to appear then. So social media. Social media is crucially important for us. It is how we get the news out. It's how we get information out there. We have a lot of channels. I will show you where to find them all. We have a lot of channels and we use them differently because social media, every channel, it really is different, and the way that people respond to it and really what we put up there. But we have, they're all relevant, diverse, and timely. So you're going to find things like any government and community initiatives, anything that's coming down the wire, anything that Rick hears about, anything that our government or any programs that we find out, things that will benefit our members. You better believe if we know that there's a grant program coming down the wire, it's going to be online, and we're going to be putting that. Events, information about webinars. We do on Facebook. We always have all of our events logged as Facebook events. So that's another place besides our calendar you can find information. Articles that will help you succeed. You know, Amanda is always on top of like finding different articles that are just generally a good topic that'll help all of our different members in many different ways. So she's really good about that. And then we're always looking for businesses to spotlight. I just want to put this out there. You'll see in our email newsletter and on our social media when we are starting to like do spotlights, when we have some openings. So please keep an eye out for those, because if you want your business to have a spotlight, just answer that. It'll go straight to Amanda and she'll put you in the schedule. So people always ask us, how do I get spotlighted? How do you share my business information? That's how we do it. So our digital channels, this is the information where you can find all of our digital channels. We do have hashtags that we use a lot. So we jump on those all over the place and, you know, see what you're sharing, share that, especially on Instagram. But I will show you on the website where you can find these, and they're clickable, and it's really easy to follow everything. And then we have something really special, which I also will show. It's called Frederick Chamber Insights. Consider this like our online magazine. It's a news outlet. So we do quite a bit of different things. This is where your thought leadership articles are going to be held, but also Amanda is always writing blog posts, whether they are evergreen posts that are general business information or helpful tips. She's always spotlighting new members. She's spotlighting members that are in a very specific vertical or something like that, timely things. We're constantly trying to find new ways that we can spotlight our members. So you'll see a lot of that here, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But just recognize it is a second website. In a perfect world, this would all be on one website, but being a nonprofit, we had to invent our own news website, which is great because honestly, it lets us do what we want, and it's very, very popular. So we're going to talk a little bit about how you use the website. We want to empower you. You should get if you haven't gotten it, you will get it. Caitlin is going to help you with that. You get a username and password, and you log in, and that's really important. Sometimes people misplace that, but whenever you're logging in for an event that has a member and a non-member price, you really want to be logged in because you want to get that member price. But also this allows you to change some of your information, the things that we know about. Like, for example, if you do not have an Instagram account now, but then you attend one of Amanda's seminars and you're like, you know what, my business needs an Instagram account. This will give you a place to go in and alter that. And if you change a representative or something like that, you have you have the power to change all of that yourself. Or you can talk with Caitlin and she can either walk you through it or kind of help you with that. So I'm going to show you that right now. So just bear with me for a minute. Okay, hopefully you are seeing me. Yes? Is the website up now? Okay, perfect. I'm going to move. Okay. So this is our main website, frederickchamber.org. I'm going to come back to that because I want to show you first Insights. So this is Insights. It's just frederickchamberinsights.com. As you can see, it's pretty robust. Lots of articles on here. Lots of topics. If you go to the top right here, you know, this is another way to find things right here. We have our news. Work Smarter is our code for these thought leadership articles, or anything that will help you in your work life, anything that will help your business or help you as a professional. And then member news, of course, like I said, she's always finding new ways to spotlight our members. And there's a lot of other pieces and parts on here. You can see our social here. You can get to these things quite a few different ways, but I just wanted to show you what I was talking about here because you can see some of these different articles and kind of how they flush out. And then you can also see maybe there are ways that you, as a business owner or as a business, see, this was a thought leadership article written by Tobin Lehman, who is at New North, which is a digital agency in town. He is always a wealth of knowledge to help out our members. So if you feel like you have a certain type of experience that would be helpful, then we're going to want to talk about how you could do a thought leadership article. But going back to our main website, just to go over some things, On the main website, you're going to see quite a few different places. About us, listen, you'll be able to find lots of information we've already gone over, but if you go to the staff page very specifically, you're going to find all of our information and our email addresses, anything like that. So if you want to get just like a quick place to find any of the staff's information, you're going to want to jump on here. Under the membership tab, we've got quite a bit of good stuff for you. So it's information about, if you're a new member, we have a checklist. So if you've ever wondered, like, what should I do as a new member? Well, you can click over here and here's some suggestions for you. Just, get familiar with things, sign up for a chamber event, peruse our newsletter. We have lots of different ways you can do things. Our member resources, which is a lot of what I went over, they're usually under member resources. So this is a really important place to just kind of jump through to take advantage. The Federation membership, you can find that information here. Here's our meeting space. Some of our different pieces and parts here. So we're always updating this. One of the things that's kind of important here, if you go under resources right here, is a great little guide we put together for promotion and marketing opportunities. It actually walks you through how to get press and promotion through the chamber. You can just download it. There's lots of information here on member discounts. There's a directory. If you're looking to connect with other chamber members, you're going to go to the directory. Thought leadership, here's another place. I have it in multiple places on this website. You'll see different ways to get to the same information because not everyone thinks alike and we want you to be able to find everything you need. There's information on sponsorships, ribbon cuttings. Our programs are kind of the heart and soul of some of the things the chamber works on. We have many different committees. They all put out different initiatives and they all work towards the better good, but you can see some of that here and some of the people that are involved. Also, if one of these things is something that you really feel strongly about, maybe you want to get involved in that. So this is where you kind of start with that. Under events, this is our main chamber calendar. You can always find events, what's going on right now. So you can see there are a few events going on right now here. Then also under events, there is a member event calendar. So this is where you, as a chamber member, if you're having an event, you can enter this information in, we review it and we publish it, and then your events they'll go on here. Now, pre-COVID, this was quite robust. Right now, we don't have a lot of members who are hosting events, but I will tell you that when things get a little bit more back to normal, you'll see this very populated, and it's actually a place where a lot of community organizations go to look to see if there's a conflict going on, because they don't want to conflict with, say, there's a nonprofit gala going on or something else. So this is heavily used under normal times when people are hosting events. Communication, this is a really important area. So you can see insights here. If you want to find the insights, the website I just showed you, you can pop right here. Member news. So this is the section of insights that specifically focuses on member news. It'll take you right there. Also under communication, if you want to sign up for the email newsletter, there's a few ways to do it. This is one of them. Just subscribe. And what I would tell you is don't assume that all of your employees are going to get this. Really, that's not kind of how our system works. So please have them subscribe here if they want to get it. So if you feel like there's someone, an executive assistant or someone who really needs to be on this member list, just go ahead and sign them up and they'll get that. Promotions and advertising. So once again, here's that guide. But if you are looking to have us help promote some of your events or some of your news, right here tells you exactly how to do it all. Advertising opportunities. There are advertising opportunities with the chamber. We do have email newsletters. We do have that we do advertorials through, and we also have a few spaces on our Insights platform where you can buy advertising as well, if that's something that you would like to do. Social media. So this is the page I was telling you about. This social media, really easy. Just click on all of these pieces and parts here and it'll take you right to those different channels so that you can go take a look at that. So also I want to show you this members only area, which if you click right here on members only and you log in, this is what's going to happen. You log in, you get that username and password. So I've logged in as the chamber, and this is what I'm seeing. So you can do a ton of things here. You can update your profile, you can pay your bill, you can add a coupon, you can submit an event. This is really important. Just for a second, just so you see Frederick County Chamber of Commerce, you can see the different events, things that we've registered for or participated in. Obviously, this is our profile, so it's not nearly as robust as what yours is going to look like, but this will give you an overview. You can change your username or password, but if you want to submit an event, you're going to jump right on here. You fill this out. And what I would suggest to you is just a good rule of thumb is not everybody does this what I would encourage you to do is think like a marketer. So put all of the information in here. I've seen events sometimes that get published and you don't quite know who's putting the event on. So be really diligent by putting, your information in here. It gives you lots of opportunities, but that's a really good, it's a really good tool for you to use. And again, you can add coupons, member to members, they appear behind this screen, and just lots of ways that you can update your profiles and things like that. So this is really important for you to be able to kind of go in here and manage your own profile. That being said, Caitlin can most certainly help you with some of that. So I think that that's mostly, I'm gonna see if I can stop my screen share here. Okay, perfect. So that's mostly, I think I see Rick, I'm not sure if he's on Spotlight or not, but so that's in a nutshell, a very quick way through the website. I would encourage you to go back and really take a look at that, and really any questions that you have, you can email me, you can email Kate. I mean, you can really email any one of us, but please do let us know. So that's like a quick overview of your chamber membership. And then I would just encourage you also to know that we are going to be sending an email out, because we're going to try to put together a new member event where you can connect with some other members. Yes, it would have to be virtually, but we do think it has a lot of merit. And so be looking for an email about that shortly. And I do believe we're going to send out this PowerPoint as a PDF to you following this presentation, so that you can take a look at it offline or share it with someone else in your office. Okay?
That was great, Jen. Thank you very much. And to those of you that have joined us, thanks for bearing with us. This was a first for us, right? This has always been a live in-person event here in our office, but our building is closed. We're in a county building that's closed to the public. So just like you, everything that we do, we've had to kind of rethink to fit in this new framework. And Jen, you did a fantastic job. Caitlin, thank you, and to the rest of our team. But I want to speak to you, our new members, for just a minute as we end this thing. You've already made the decision to join our family, and we deeply appreciate your investment. We do understand how much a commitment it is to join the chamber, regardless of your size, because our investment is based on the number of full-time equivalents. But now it's time for you to figure out how to maximize the return on investment that you've made. So the first thing I want you to do, when that ambassador reaches out, please respond. When we invite you to this virtual networking event that we're going to invite you to, respond to it. It'll be a chance for you to meet your ambassador, at least virtually, and that's really important. Connect with us. Try it out, right? Take us for a road test. Jen gave you the keys to get into the member area. Get in there. I mean, that's what this is about. And if you have a hiccup, look, we're an email or a phone call away, all of us. All 5 of us can help you get back up on your feet. Obviously, Caitlin and Jen are probably the best at that, because there's a bunch of things I'd have to yell down the hall if you asked me a question, because honestly, I'm not nearly as proficient as they are. But sign up for our virtual training. We've got some coming up here in the short term that would be fantastic ways for you to get your feet wet, to just give us a try. When we put out an e-newsletter, you should open it. And to the extent you have employees that are interested in the things that we say, they can also get that newsletter in their inbox. We've seen members that say they don't get their newsletter, and then they go into their spam folder, and because of the way it's produced and how we provide that newsletter, sometimes it is routed to spam, so that's something you have to check. In the newsletter, we'll conduct surveys. We do that pretty frequently, because what you think deeply matters to us, and we change course. We change our direction based on the feedback we get from you, our members. So respond to those surveys, because your voice will matter in a way it probably hasn't ever mattered in other things that you've done with your business. Always share any observations, any concerns, any opinions with any or all of us. We really are that interested in what you have to say, and we take what you say to our board. So it literally can change the direction of our priorities and our focus based on what matters to you. We are really, truly excited. I hope that comes across, to work with you to help you grow your business and to increase your business profile in the community. Congratulations for making the decision to join our family. Now let us get to work for you as we help you grow your business. So thank you all very much for joining us today. And follow those links, read that newsletter, sign up for some training, and stay connected to us so we can help you do what it is we do. Thank you.